want to submit your character to be in some of these videos, then make sure you tune in till the end of the video. And make sure to like the video before we get started. Last week, Tremon Shady won his first playoff game. This is his second year in the NFL. During his rookie season, he led the Texans to the number 2 seed but ended up losing in the first round to the Kansas City Chiefs. This year, Tremon Shady played probably the best game of his NFL career against the Chiefs in the first round. He finished the game 13 of 14 for 347 passing yards with 4 passing touchdowns. That's 94% completion percentage. All while he was facing one of the best pass rushes in the game. This week, the Texans are playing up against the Baltimore Ravens, who's not a good matchup for him. Baltimore has a great run game that can weigh on their porous defense, and they have a great secondary that can give Tremon Shady some trouble. At the start of the game, Houston was actually doing a good job in the run game, feeding the ball to Jake Charles. He would end up getting injured and have to come out of this game. So far, Tremon Shady has not thrown a pass in the game. Since Jake Charles is out of the game, this might be a good time for him to throw a pass. Play action, Tremon Shady trying to go deep. Chris Ferguson with a DB draped all over him ends up intercepting the pass. Tremon Shady with his first big mistake of the ball game. Luckily for the Texans, the defense will end up getting a stop. The score would still be 0-0. Tremon Shady on this play would feel the pressure and end up getting sacked for a loss of 8. As you can see, Jake Charles is out for the game with an abdominal strain. Second down and 18 right here. Tremon Shady does a great job of throwing the ball to Calvin Dotson on the sideline for the post corner for a gain of 15 yards. Hopefully this can help Tremon Shady get in the rhythm. His first completion of the game. As you can see, Tremon Shady does a great job of looking off the defender, looking to the left the entire time, and hit Dotson on the sideline right in the money. Third down and 3, they would send the running back in motion. Tremon Shady gets blitzed, throws it to Roberts on the sideline for a 9-yard completion. First down and 10. Texans on the move right now. 1:24 left to go in the first quarter. Tremon Shady gets a little bit of pressure, dumps it off to Brent Roberts. Nothing on that play. The Ravens are doing a great job of getting pressure and having great coverage on the back end. Second down and 10 with 1 minute left to go in the first. Shady sees it as cover 2, finds Chris Ferguson across the middle. Another first down, 17-yard gain. Texans are finally moving the ball. Tremon Shady getting in his groove now. First down and 10. Tremon Shady makes an audible at the line of scrimmage. Play action coming from the Texans does a great job of throwing that dig route to Dotson. First down and 10. 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. They would send a running back in motion. Shady would drop back with time. Throws an out route to Ferguson. 6-yard gain. Second down and 4. Tremon Shady ends up making an audible at the line of scrimmage right here. Doesn't like what he sees. Brent Roberts, the all-pro tight end, is lined up in the backfield on this play. Shady ends up dropping back. Brent Roberts faked like he was going to block. He dumped it off to Brent Roberts and he would break a tackle and get into the end zone. First touchdown of the day. After Tremon Shady threw that horrible interception, he drove the Texans right down the field and they scored. Second quarter, Ravens end up rushing 3. Tremon Shady dumps it off to Corey Cover for a 9-yard gain. 3 minutes left, first down and 10. Tremon Shady and the Houston Texans end up making an audible at the line of scrimmage. Brent Roberts is in the slot. Shady drops back, has time, throws his curl route to Dotson for another first down. As a rookie, Tremon Shady always had the habit of hunting for the big play. Right here, he has Dar wide open across the middle of the field, decides to throw it to Ferguson and ends up throwing an interception. Second pick of the day for Tremon Shady and the Texans. 2 turnovers in a playoff game is not a good recipe to win. And I don't care if you have the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens on defense. The Ravens will respond. They would be up 7-6 right here, but Tremon Shady will find Brent Roberts for a 14-yard gain. 1 minute left to go in the half. The Ravens have watched film on Tremon Shady, knows that the 3-man rush is what stumps him. They rush 3 right here. He couldn't find anybody to get the football to, and he ends up throwing the ball away, and it would be intentional grounding. Yet again, another setback for the Texans offense. Second down and 28 with 1 minute left to go in the half. Tremon Shady would see a 3-man rush once again, makes a terrible decision and throws his 3rd interception of the first half. After that interception, Baltimore would get the ball back, end up capitalizing on the turnover, be up 14-6. When the Texans got the ball back, Tremon Shady made another terrible decision through his 4th interception of the first half. Just like that, the first half would end, but the Texans would get great field position due to the Ravens throwing the interception. Tremon Shady would throw the ball to Brent Roberts for a 10-yard gain on the sideline. The Texans haven't really ran the ball this game. On second down and inches, they decide to throw the ball again. Man coverage. Shady finds Brent Roberts across the middle for an 8-yard touchdown. Score is 12-14. Should they go for one or should they go for two right here though? They end up going for two. Tremon Shady comes to the line with the Texans, 12-14. This could tie the game. Ends up finding Brent Robinson in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. But when the Ravens got the ball back, they responded, up 21-14 on them. Tremon Shady will find a wide open Brent Robinson right here on first down. He would get smacked at the end of the play though. On second down and 2, the Ravens will end up coming with a 4-man rush on a play action. Tremon Shady would dump it off to Culver because he knew it was nobody open downfield and didn't want to turn the ball over once again. 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. They would send the tight end in motion. Play action coming from the Texans. Shady would throw the ball to Brent Robinson on the sideline. Nice toe tap. But after that, it would end up being 3rd down and 12. The Ravens decided to come with a 3-man rush, got pressure with a 3-man rush, and Tremon Shady would have to throw the ball away, putting the Texans in a do-or-die situation. 4th down and 12, they would end up going for it. With pressure in his face, Tremon Shady delivered an absolute dime to Calvin Dotson, and it would be 1st down and goal Houston, 48-yard reception. On 1st down and goal, Tremon Shady would find Brent Roberts running across the middle on a crosser, but when the Ravens got the ball back, they responded immediately. They're up 28-21 on Houston right now. 1st down and 10, great coverage downfield from the Ravens. Tremon Shady just has to get rid of the football. 2nd down and 10, Ravens defense comes out in a 3-man front, ends up rushing 3. Tremon Shady decides to throw the ball to Brent Roberts on the sideline, but it would get broken up. That Ravens secondary has been lights out all game. That 3-man rush has been confusing Tremon Shady. On 3rd down and 10, Shady throws the ball to Chris Ferguson on the slant, and Chris Ferguson has finally woken up. His 3rd catch of the game, and them Ravens receivers had him on clamps pretty much the entire game. 2:30 left to go in the 4th. 1st down and 10. Tremon Shady dumps it off to Chris Ferguson. Chris Ferguson still on his feet, trying to get busy right now, going to his main target. 18-yard reception. 2 plays in a row. Will he go after him a 3rd time in a row? 1st down and 10. Tremon Shady sees Chris Ferguson is wide open on the slant, and he will race to the end zone. Nobody's catching that man from behind. And just like that, score is tied late in the ball game. We got a game, man. They tried to press Chris Ferguson at the line of scrimmage. He beat him. The safety whiffed on the tackle. 26-20. They are not catching him from behind. But the Ravens ended up scoring. Score is 35-28 with 1 minute left. Tremon Shady has a minute to end up tying this game to keep the Houston Texans season alive. 1st down and 10. Finds Dotson across the middle on the slant. 18-yard game. 1 minute left to go in the 4th quarter. Tremon Shady couldn't find anybody open. Decides to throw it to Brent Roberts. Brent Roberts has the ball. Ends up getting tackled and bound. But he got a 26-yard gain on the play. Less than a minute left to go in the 4th. Tremon Shady throws a slant to Chris Ferguson, and he gets tackled 8 yards. The Texans definitely need to move with some urgency now. Chris Ferguson has 110 receiving yards in the game. Shady trying to find somebody. Shady standing in the pocket, ends up throwing it to Culver. Great improv by number 7 in Houston. 35 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Tremon Shady drops back, has a little bit of pressure on him, but throws a dime to Brent Robinson in the end zone. 12-yard touchdown. Last play of the game, Baltimore trying to get a Hail Mary. Keenan Days ends up getting smacked, and he fumbled the football. Now we in overtime. Scores tied 35-35. 1st down and 10. Shady drops back. Finds Ferguson across the middle on the slant. Forcing a 2nd down and 3. On 2nd down and 3 with Brent Roberts in the backfield. Shady will end up dropping back with pressure all on him. Dumps it off to Brent Roberts. He gets the 1st down and a little bit more. 3rd down and goal right here though. This is very important for the Texans to convert this. Tremon Shady drops back. Tries to throw it to Chris Ferguson. The pass is incomplete and it's 4th down and goal. The kick is up, and it's good. Houston's up 38-35 over Baltimore. Ravens get the ball back with a chance to either tie it with a field goal or win the game with a touchdown. 3rd down and 8. Keenan Days is under center. Keenan Days drops back, throws it to the end zone. Touchdown. That's ball game. Baltimore ends up winning, advancing to the AFC Championship. Tremon Shady had a horrible first half, a terrible first half. Bounced back in the 2nd half, but it just wasn't enough. When you dig your team into a hole like that, it's hard to overcome it. Keenan Days is obviously the player of the game. 14 for 17, 298 passing yards, and he got it done on the ground as well. Houston ends up losing. We went to overtime. Baltimore wins 41-38. Tremon Shady and the Houston Texans have to go home a 2nd year in a row. The Ravens go to the AFC Championship and they have to play the winner of the Raiders and the Jaguars. And y'all know I got the Raiders winning. Y'all let me know in the comment section, who do y'all think deserves the blame of this loss? Tremon Shady, because he kept on turning the football over, or the Ravens defense, because I'm not gonna lie, they put up 41 points on him. And I know he did have 4 turnovers, but one of those turnovers was near the end of the half, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But yeah, Tremon Shady, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 70% completion percentage. He had 3 receivers over 100 yards, though. That's pretty impressive, but just turned the ball over way too much in this game. And they end up losing to the Baltimore Ravens in overtime. Y'all see the team stats. The Ravens 478 total yards, 413 for the Texans. But anyways, it's Reezy here with the Reason Sports Network. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all comment on the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click on the post notification bell too. You can be a character in the Reason Sports Network universe. We make content for high school, college, and the pros. You can submit a form. The link will be in the description. However, if you sign up with Patreon, you'll have a lot more customization and control over your character. The link will be in the description. If you want to see me take a quiz trying to figure out what schools NFL players went to, then click this video right here. Or you can see every single Tremon Shady video if you click on the playlist above. And if you want more customization and control over your character in the Reason Sports Network universe, then make sure you click on the Patreon link to the right.